Welcome back to the channel Numismatics Coins. The 1865 $1 silver coin, a rare and meaningful treasure from the final year of the Civil War. This historic seated Liberty dollar reflects a nation in transition, its artistry symbolizing hope, unity, and resilience at a time when America was rebuilding itself. As you explore its legacy, you'll discover how this coin stands as both a collectible masterpiece and a powerful reminder of the era it was born in. The year 1865 was one of the most turbulent in United States history, marking the final chapter of the Civil War and the beginning of national reconstruction. Among the artifacts that survived from this period is the 1865 $1 coin, a piece that today represents not only economic value but a profound historical legacy. Minted during a season of uncertainty, the coin stands as a silent witness to a nation undergoing monumental transformation. The 1865 $1 coin belongs to the seated Liberty Dollar series, which ran from 1840 to 1873. Its obverse design, created by Christian Gobrecht, features the iconic figure of Lady Liberty seated on a rock, holding a shield representing the nation's strength and a pole topped with a liberty cap symbolizing freedom. This imagery had been carefully chosen to convey national ideals during a time when unity was in constant jeopardy. On the reverse side of the coin is a bold eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch. The arrows denote readiness to defend the Republic, while the olive branch represents the desire for peace. In 1865, both sentiments were acutely relevant. Peace was finally within reach, but the scars of conflict were deep and lasting. The symbolism of the reverse design captured the spirit of a country striving to rebuild. The mint produced relatively few silver dollars in 1865 compared to other denominations. The nation's economy had shifted heavily toward paper currency during the war due to widespread hoarding of gold and silver. As a result, coins like the 1865 silver dollar rarely circulated and often spent years locked away in bank vaults. This scarcity contributes to the coin's desirability among collectors today. During the Civil War, runaway inflation, uncertainty, and distrust of the government's finances caused citizens to hoard precious metal coins. Silver and gold disappeared from daily commerce by mid-1862. By 1865, the average American rarely encountered a silver dollar. Instead, the currency in daily use consisted mostly of greenbacks, the paper money introduced during the war. Thus, silver dollars of this date were minted almost exclusively for institutional or official purposes. The Philadelphia Mint was the only facility to strike $1 coins in 1865. There were no branch mint issues from New Orleans, San Francisco, Carson City, or Denver for this denomination that year. This makes every surviving 1865 dollar a product of a single minting location, adding an element of uniformity and historical simplicity to the date. Because silver dollars were not circulating, many were struck and then immediately stored. Over the years, some were melted down due to legislative changes, metal shortages, or the general recycling of bullion for new coinages. The destruction of so many original pieces further reduced the number of surviving examples, contributing significantly to their rarity in the modern coin market. For collectors, condition is everything, and many 1865 dollars exist today in circulated grades due to post-war release or later commercial use. Uncirculated examples are notably rarer, often commanding high prices because they retain the full brilliance and sharp details of Gobrecht's design. Each grade, good, fine, very fine, extremely fine, or mint state, tells a different story about how the coin was handled in the century and a half since it left the mint. The historical value of the 1865 dollar extends beyond numismatics. It provides tangible insight into the nation's financial condition during the Civil War. The government needed to preserve precious metal reserves, manage skyrocketing debt, and stabilize a fractured economy. The existence of the 1865 dollar underscores the mint's attempt to maintain a semblance of monetary normalcy during unprecedented upheaval. As the war ended in April 1865 with the surrender of Confederate forces, the death of President Abraham Lincoln plunged the nation into grief. Coins minted that year, including the silver dollar, consequently carry a deep emotional association with the era. They symbolize a nation at a crossroads, relieved the conflict was over but uncertain about the reconstruction ahead. Trade patterns in 1865 also influenced demand for silver dollars. International commerce, especially with Asia, often required payment in silver. Though the bulk of American silver trade dollars came later in the 1870s, the need for large silver coins in foreign markets helped keep the silver dollar alive during years when domestic circulation was nearly non-existent. Minting technology in 1865 remained largely mechanical and highly dependent on skilled workers. Every coin involved multiple steps: preparing dies, striking blanks with precise pressure, and inspecting the results. Variations in strike quality on the 1865 dollar, such as weak central details or die cracks, reflect the manual nature of 19th century coin production. These subtle imperfections help specialists identify specific die pairs and minting stages. Because of their low circulation, many 1865 dollars remained pristine for decades. Some emerged only in the 20th century as banks liquidated old holdings or collectors uncovered forgotten hoards. These discoveries enriched the numismatic community and provided fresh insight into the coin's survival patterns across history. Counterfeits of the 1865 dollar exist, especially from the late 20th century onward, due to the coin's high value and rarity in top condition. Experts study details such as the shape of Liberty's hand, the feather patterns on the eagle, and the alignment of denticles to distinguish authentic examples from replicas. Genuine coins exhibit crisp engraving and consistent silver composition, while counterfeits often reveal subtle deviations. The metal composition of the 1865 dollar, 90% silver and 10% copper, was standard for U.S. silver coins of the time. Weighing 26.73 grams, it was one of the largest circulating coins produced by the mint. Its substantial size and weight not only made it impressive as currency, but also made it durable enough to survive harsh handling when it finally did enter commerce. After 1865, silver dollar mintages continued to decline until the denomination was largely abandoned in 1873 with the Coinage Act, also known as the Crime of 1873 by its critics. This legislation halted the production of most silver dollars and shifted the monetary system toward gold, paving the way for new economic debates that shaped the late 19th century. The 1865 dollar therefore occupies a place near the end of an era. In the 20th and 21st centuries, the 1865 dollar became a prized collectible, valued not only for its rarity but for its Civil War connection. Coin collectors admire it as a historical artifact representing unity, sacrifice, and national resilience. Its market value varies based on grade, eye appeal, and provenance, but it consistently ranks among the more desirable seeded Liberty dollar dates. Museums and private collections often feature the 1865 dollar in displays about Civil War currency, showcasing how a simple silver coin encapsulates the shifting economic and political climate of the era. For students of history, it serves as a tangible link to the past, an object that passed through the hands of the generation that witnessed the war's final moments. The artistic merit of the coin is equally noteworthy. Gobrecht's detailed engraving reflects neoclassical influences, a style widely embraced in American art of the period. The seated Liberty figure, calm and dignified despite the turmoil of the time, communicated a sense of hope. Collectors and historians often describe the design as one of the most beautiful in early American coinage. Today, the 1865 $1 coin remains a treasured piece of American history. Whether preserved in a collector's album, displayed in a museum case, or passed down through generations, it continues to tell the story of a nation emerging from conflict, redefining its identity, and holding fast to the ideals of liberty and unity. Each surviving coin, marked by the year 1865, serves as a lasting tribute to a moment when the United States stood on the threshold of renewal. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed learning about the historic 1865 $1 coin.